7-year cycle is either, let's remember this diagram. I am spirit from the subtle body, number 9, through the infinity with my karma, and I'm going to take a breath in the human existence. 4 is, that's animal, this is plant, this is mineral. I've incarnated into the human life. I have come and I will go. Alright, this is spirit, okay? I have a body which has come from the earth. 1 cell, multiplied, divided, added form, which went around several times over. This whole process repeats itself, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I came out as a human being. That's my body, and body one day, number 9, 1 to 9, becomes dust, and the spirit may or may not individualize and come into focus. 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is going to be 6, 7, 8, 9. Each of these are marked like a 7-year cycle. Predominantly speaking, there are different life cycles, decades, 11-year or 12-year cycles, 18-year cycles and so on. But the best focus will be to recognize how the numbers appear. 7, 7 to 14, 14 to 21, the fire of the teenager, 3, 21 to 28, 28 to 35, the big transformation kind of stage in the life. And then you get midlife crisis, depending on how you've taken on board your spirit or not. This crisis comes up. The viability of a baby, there's like a window of grace here, 35 to 42. If I don't get pregnant and have a baby soon, it's not maybe wise to have a baby after that because of various reasons, right? So you've crossed a kind of this is the optimum kind of mature adult stage, yeah? 42 to 49, 49 to 2. Am I right here? Am I still
No, 42 is in the 6.
That's 6, yeah? You're right. 42 there, 49 here. This is going to be 56. 56 up to 63, and then 70, yeah? Okay, of course we live on. Of course that cycle can regenerate itself and have another play out a little bit longer in some way. But the objective, the sense would be accomplishment, that sense of reach your radiant body by that age. All of this can happen, of course, sooner, but life naturally supports you to achieve it within that 70 years, okay? Now that same, if you would break that down into the first 7 years, then, this is like a breath, yeah? Inhale, exhale. It's a cycle that, of many cycles, it represents many cycles. A day, you rise your body from the bed, you go back to the bed, yeah? The seasons, yeah? Winter, seeds are sleeping, rise up into summer, fruits and flowers, and then back to winter again, okay? The inhale and the exhale. So many cycles are represented inside this same micro-macro kind of work, okay? So now we're looking at your question. Take it as a 7-year cycle. It's a cycle of 7 years, so the microcosm of it would mean that within 7 years all this happens, okay? So if we're looking at that separation here, 1, 2, 1 and 2 make 3. So somewhere by the end of the, it's approximately, you can break it up into a number of days. I think it's like 1 year and 5 months. So it's approximately, yeah, 1.5 years, okay? So that's the estimation, okay? Just to show you, I mean, every child develops a little faster or slow, but approximately within 1.5 years, the child will have formulated their own representation of himself to themselves, and they're figuring out that they have to represent to the world maybe a different self, according to the rules, the boundaries, the restrictions, and how much their impulse wants to push against that, or, as we say, play the game. Yeah? If you can't beat them, join them. Have you heard that expression? Yeah. That's kind of, I remember hearing that when I was young, and I was saying, no, I will not join them. Internally, outside I said, I'll pretend that I'm playing the game, but I don't accept that principle. Yeah? I am I and I will be I, and I'll figure out a way to do that. I remember having that very clear thought, quite young. Okay, but that's already the beginning of a kind of split. I have to go along with this because if I don't, there are consequences which I may not like, and I don't necessarily want to lose energy fighting. Is it so important? Some things, yes, it's important, and I'm going to fight, and I'm going to argue, and I say, why? Yeah, Mom says, you said, why? Well, just because I said. Well, why? Just because you said, I don't accept that. Why? Okay? Some children push like that, yeah? Others don't. They just try hard to please. Please the mom, please the dad, please somebody. You want appreciation, you want approval, natural. Okay? So every child will make their own negotiation and their own distinction of how much they maintain an inner image of self, identity of self, and an outer, what you show to the world. Which in the long run is problematic. On the one side it might be good for you, you've kept something of your own, yeah? You've not just lost to the environment, okay? But that's going to lead later on to complications because you realize a split inside of you. And then you want to resolve that, yeah? So I can remember quite clearly later in life where I want my inside and my outside to be the same. Okay, that might mean I'm going to lose friends. It might mean my family say, we don't recognize you anymore, or whatever. I'm prepared for that. But when I was young, I need mommy to put food on the table. I need daddy to give me pocket money. And there are needs, number two, survival needs, that make you accommodate yourself to the environment. More or less, yeah? Each child differently, but that's the deal. Later on, that accommodating, compromising, will produce complications. And then you try to resolve that. And again, there are different ways in which any individual may try to resolve it. Some by stepping more out and just how you want to express your uniqueness or whatever. Others maybe find a way to invest their spirit more into, okay, I'm in the world, I'm a businessman, but I want to be more spiritual. I don't want to leave my business. I employ a lot of people. I care about these people I employ. What am I going to do? Okay, I need to spread the communication across my business. I've had consultations with businessmen who've gone through that, yeah? I'm going to spread a sense of integrity and more eco-awareness, and I'm going to listen more to people. We're going to have meetings and hear what people want, what they want to offer to the company, you know. Because I'm getting conscious and I'm feeling that split. Somebody just says, I'm packing up everything, yeah? I sell my business, I'm out, I want to go and live in a monastery for a year, and then I'll decide what I want to do after that. They need to make a break like that. Somebody else tries to infiltrate that awareness. And it's not always easy. For some people it's like a constant battle. There are obstacles, you know, and it's not easy. So it really depends on the case. Just giving an example, yeah? How later in life that gap comes with you, yeah? And it might get deeper and deeper, cause more suffering inside of you, and sooner or later will seek some kind of resolution. Natural, remember, twice lost, twice found. Yeah? So that's tied into that whole story.